No volume.
Peace to the tribe and welcome. It's the Initiates of the Flame, your boy AD. Also here with my bro, Dark Sacred Serpent. So we're gonna give you our panels like always, and we're gonna break into. So please check out cultivate.com.co, where you can cultivate your spiritual experience, cultivate your brand, build your own facility of resources and more. So be ready for tonight for this show for this morning or afternoon. I'll say. Sorry, I'm throwing myself off. So used to doing them late sometimes. So but getting the habit of being active, always being consistent and showing up. So we're gonna get into tonight, but I'm gonna let my brother have the stage.
Peace to the tribe, peace to the collective, sacred serpent, sacred dark serpent, and this year's for the flame. Cultivate.com.co. Come and cultivate your spiritual development. We care about your spiritual development. Yeah, we out here to kick it today. We're gonna talk about some understandings about how to recognize and realize if you are under a spiritual attack. It kind of goes with the show that we did last night, speaking about spiritual and physical beings. So now today we want to speak to some solutions for those who might feel like they might be under some sort of spiritual attack. Maybe you just got bad luck, or maybe you just really know that there are certain energies that are storming around you that are pulling you in so many different directions. And we would like to offer some solutions if that is the case. So I share to y'all. Thank y'all for the space, and let's get into it.
Seven. Seven.
All right, guys. So before we get into the info, we always got a video for you. Someone getting into some info with us. So I'm gonna bring that up. And also, Serpent, was there volume for that first one when I fixed it?
No volume, bro. That's why I put that up there in the private chat. You played the intro, but it wasn't no volume.
Oh, but even when I tried again, it still wasn't no sound.
I didn't see it the second time. The second time, it didn't show up on the screen.
Wow.
It was just our three icons sitting there. That's why I text you on your phone. I was like, "What is going on?" So
Wow.
I'll be right back. I got to put the food out so you can run it again.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Spiritual warfare is real. Spiritual warfare is very real. Many people think that spiritual warfare is just, well, I bind you, devil. I bind you in the name of Jesus. You better go. You better get out of here. And they have this picture almost of, who remembers the movie War Room? Where the wonderful woman of God, she went over to the door. She opened the door. Get out. There is a part to it. The Bible says we have the authority to do, but I want to start teaching people how I laid out on the floor and I'm pouring out. Do you know that at that very moment I am waging war against the enemy's camp? Can I get an amen from somebody right there? Do you know that when God tells me to do something and I'm walking in obedience,
Okay, sorry about that, chat. I did not know my mic was muted. So within that video, it was getting to spiritual warfare, and I feel like one thing that we got to talking about is physical man, spiritual man, and we got to talking about relationships and dealing with other people and all that good stuff. But I need you to also realize how much you're dealing with the unseen, because most of the time the 5D is playing an effect, and your emotional spectrum is playing an aspect too. But I want to pull up a book that you guys need, and like I said, every time I pull up the same book on y'all, because I know y'all don't got it. Like, I just know it. Like, usually I'll stop bringing a book when I know y'all got it. But if you got the book, say something, or say something, so I can stop probably beating your head with it, for you probably don't even want to read no more. But it's a book that's needed. But Serpent, you really didn't miss much. I would just got done talking about the video a little bit and just saying, like, understand how we need to see things in the 5D way, and understand our emotions too, and how we've been playing on. But I wanted to give them the book of Encyclopedia of Spirits to talk about spirits in a way a little bit. Like, whether you believe in spirits or not, they're interacting with our world day on day, every day, and just like, you know, we make fun of mythologies and all these things, but they play a heavy role in our life more than we think. What's your
That's a
thought on
fact.
that, bro?
That's a fact. I mean, there, there, there's always there's always, as far as I'm concerned, an outside force that's not playing by the same rules that you're playing by. Um, I mean, this is the realm that we live in, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
um, understanding like that, there are things that are not yours, that don't belong to you, but you'll grab onto them based off the feelings that you have. Like if you're in a bad mood, it's very easy to stay on the side of anything that's negative, you know. And but sometimes that can be a spiritual attack. Sometimes that could be something that's coming from one of these outside forces that is trying to knock you off your game or stop you from doing a particular thing, especially if you're about your purpose. If you're one of those people who's about their purpose, then spiritual attacks are often and very frequent as far as I'm concerned, because you know they don't want you to be on your purpose. They don't want you to be doing the things that are making you a better person, so forth and so on. So yeah, spiritual attacks, it's one of those things that is not readily talked about, just like most people don't readily talk about spirit, but it does happen, and it happens often.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I got
No,
a
for
quote
real.
for y'all. I got a
Go
quote
ahead,
for
bro.
y'all. History is the truth that becomes an illusion. Mythology is an illusion that becomes reality.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
That's powerful.
Yes, it is. Just the title alone. Just the title alone.
And my thing is just like with the whole mythologies, right? Little that we know, our days throughout the week is literally blessed in spirits' names, and each day represents that energy and how you can interact with it. Like, think about how Shango, right? Shango represents Tuesday, Mars, right? You know, so it's been so many times, or a Martian deity within Tuesday. It's been so many times that if you dealt with something on court, or me personally, they always have you go on Tuesday.
I ain't noticed that.
Unless it was just me, man, because it's like every time, when I had to go to court or something, it was always on a Tuesday.
I mean, I'm not saying that you're wrong, big bro. I'm just saying like
Oh no, I know. I trust me. I know you not, man. But it is an experience.
Mhm. Shit, I
You know what I'm
believe it.
saying? And like,
I definitely believe it.
and I didn't understand that until I got this book right here, The Encyclopedia of Spirits by
Hmm.
Julia Ellis.
Hmm.
Because as she was teaching me the days of the week, name for spirits, Wednesday is Woden's Day, Thursday is Thor's Day. Not just in English either. Like it's different ways to say it. Like Marty in French, is dedicated to Mars. So it's just like Wednesday invokes Mercury. So, and then when we even get on the deeper perspective, as astrology and religion go in hand with each other, it's like, if Breeze were here, he always talk and tell me like, they can't exist without one another in a way. So it's just like without language and without these words, they bring life to certain things, invoking certain things. So it's just like your tongue, be careful what you say, your mind, be careful what you think, because it's like another way you can protect yourself spiritually from spirits, and understanding yourself is the first and foremost thing that you could do is get a control of your emotional well-being, really tapping into your moon sign. And it's like, if you don't understand your moon sign, you can go to cultivate.co and understand your moon by getting the moon reading. You can go to columbianexchange.com I'm telling you, it's outlets where you can understand and find these things out. But it's like the more you take time away from it, the more you'll never feel safe within your inner self, or you will never understand your inner well-being. You might be at work and you might be struggling. Like for me, I'm a Virgo moon in the 6th house. So it's just like, I'll be at work, man. I'll be like, man, when I gotta go, when I gotta go, when I gotta go train, bro, I'll be like,
Fuck this shit.
man. I'll be wanting to go to the classes where we just go roll and I could just sit there and talk like, yeah, it was cool, yeah, I like doing that one move. I know if I go to coach class, he finna all right line up niggas, we finna do this, get ready to sweat. So it's just like, but understanding that is like I had to really understand myself, because when I look into those deacons, I see various aspects of energies and tarot minor cards that connect to it, that can really like tap into angelic beings. I can understand the energy to develop myself and my conscious word being. So that's like just the first part, protecting yourself with spirits. But it's like we're not aware of this, because all these people's around, all these corporations around us, is using spirits to their benefits.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like right now, I bet if we go outside, look at these vehicles, they connect to all certain type of deities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think what came to mind while you was talking, I was thinking about the fact that the English language is a profane language, and the tongue is actually symbolic to the sword, right? So
Yes.
it's no matter that it's to no wonder that your manifestation is tied to the words that you speak, the things that come out of your mouth, right? So speak it and it shall be, right? So like if you say some of the worst shit about yourself, or even if you just say anything fucked up about yourself, you're liable to create that shit within your environment anyway. Just because you're saying it about yourself, especially if you truly believe it and feel that shit, like that's just how that thing goes, right? So the tongue is a sword, and
Right.
you already from birth have been birthed into speaking a profane language. So understanding that, like it's double talk, right? So you could actually use this language to put a spell on someone, and you could just be having a regular conversation with them at the same time, and they wouldn't even have any idea that you're actually putting a spell on them. That's how wicked this language is. So you absolutely right. Be careful about the things that you say to yourself. Absolutely be careful about the things that you think about yourself. Absolutely be careful about the things that you feel about yourself. And it goes the same way with how you feel and think and see other people. So the environment is created based on your interpretation of the environment. Like things are not visible within your galaxy until you observe them. So if you are one of those people that's going to speak down and speak ill of others, you actually are at the same time cursing yourself when you do that. So it's very important, like, to understand what actual prayer is, to understand what actual manifestation is, and then to understand that your words have far more weight than you think they could possibly have.
Nah, for real, man. And it's like I pulled up this passage and I just typed it on Google, because I couldn't remember the verse, but I knew what book it was talking about. And what AI, I like to call AI mirror mirror. That
Mm-hmm.
shit hard to me. But
Mm-hmm.
so James 3, chapter 3, 8 verses 8 through 10. But the tongue can no man tame. It is unruly evil, full of deadly poison.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
then this international version is breaking it down and saying the tongue is a small part of the body, but it makes great boasts. Consider what a
Mm-hmm.
great forest is set on fire by a small spark. The tongue is also a fire, a ward of evil among the parts of the body. So think about it. Think about how many times you've been in the war room, or you've been watching movies or Avatar, whatever. When
Yeah.
someone spoke out, the general or whoever almost either took bro out or he severely punished big bro.
Mm-hmm.
So I bet you go into work right now, you know, I'm not saying you act like soft around your coworkers or your bosses, but you know not to be talking crazy at work.
Very, very demure. Very.
Hell nah. No. No, where the sage at? Oh no, where the sage at? See, family, that's
You
a
know what I'm
spiritual
saying?
attack right
You
there.
see it? Yeah.
That's a spiritual attack. Let me light the sage right
You know
now.
that shit is a spell, right? You know that shit is a spell, bro.
But we should have brought off some reels on that shit. Oh my god,
Yo,
yes.
yo, you know that is a spell.
I've been
bro.
seeing that everywhere. It's like people been trolling with it. People been, why are you talking about it? But
You know that
it's
shit.
giving very demure, you know. And
You know that shit is a spell, bro. Like that is real nasty work right there. And they got motherfuckers saying this shit on live TV that don't even know what the fucking word mean. Like no connotations to the etymology of the word. Like people just say shit, bro. Like that's how you know shit is crazy. And that shit is a spell, bro.
yeah, hold on, we finna look that shit up because I don't even know what that means.
I'm about to give it to you. That's
Pause.
crazy, bro.
Ain't giving me shit. That pause shit is spelled too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. Middle English, the term demure first appeared in the English language during the Middle English period around 14th century. It originally meant sober, serious, or reserved. Old French, the word is derived from the Old French term demure or demure, which meant quiet or sober. Latin roots. The Old French term likely comes from the Latin word maturus, which means ripe or mature. The connection suggests a sense of seriousness or sobriety, as someone who is mature would be considered reserved or modest. Evolution in English over time, the meaning of demure in English narrowed to describe a person, particularly a woman, who is modest, reserved, or shy, often in a manner that is perceived as being deliberately so. So demure has its roots in Latin through Old French, evolving from a broader sense of maturity and sobriety to its current meaning of modesty and reserve. Now, does that make any fucking sense?
No.
Like, how do you go from sober, right? How do you go from sober and serious to fucking modest? That shit is definitely a fucking spell, my guy.
Yeah, and then like people been looking it up online, talk about that shit mean you sexually something or what.
No, because there's also a different definition to it in the Black's Law Dictionary.
Here, share your screen too. Like when you got it pulled up. Yeah, family. Right now I got some Palo Santo going on because of these words and these spirits we talking about. Well, you can go ahead and get you a smudge kit from cultivate.co and clean and sage down your house. Get some sage cleaner. We got some spray, all natural spray, man. So go ahead, check it out, family. Peace and love. Appreciate you on that.
Absolutely. Every item of clothing plus every second item of clothing that you buy, you get 30% off. All readings are 50% off. You want to learn how to start your business. You want to start your brand. We help with branding too. And we're not charging the arm and the leg, trying to beat nobody in the head. We just figured it out, and we want to help other people figure it out. So let me share this.
Yeah, present. Yep.
Mm-mm.
It's giving very demure. Yep, right here.
It's giving very demure.
What
So
do that mean?
We
going
going into it now, bro.
So in law, demurrer is a written response to a complaint that challenges the sufficiency of the other party's pleadings. Demurrer can be general or specific, challenges a broader problem of the pleading that affects all claims. For example, improper venue. Specific demurrer objects to the particular problem with the details of a pleading. For example, failure to claim sufficient facts for a cause of action. A demurrer is a legal objection that seeks dismissal of a case against the defendant. It must be made in open court before a plea is entered, unless the court allows it to be made at a later time. Now, what did I read the first time, big bro? Let's go back to what I read the first time.
Some bullshit, sober.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go back to the etymology of this shit, right?
Right.
Middle English term demure first appeared in English language during
his share this tab instead on top.
Okay.
So it can pull up. It's gonna be on top of the screen.
Yeah, I'm on two different computers, so I'm just gonna open up
my
my joint over here. Hold on, I got you. It's super weird because on one hand it's modest, serious, or sober. On the other hand, it's reserved or an objection. Like, that's weird, bro.
Yeah.
That's super weird, bro. You can see that?
Yeah, got you right now.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That shit is a ritual, bro. I'm telling you right now, that shit is a ritual. Especially when you got people saying this shit who can't even spell it. Like, that shit is weird to me. That shit is weird to me. Why would you want to say something you can't even spell, like, let alone know the fucking meaning to? Like, that's weird, bro.
Because they say it's giving very demure.
Yeah. Yo, this whole it's giving shit is killing me, bro. I swear.
Oh man.
They got a whole podcast named It's Giving. Like, it's super crazy, bro. So yeah, Latin roots, Old English, maturus, which means ripe or mature. The connection suggests sense of seriousness or sobriety, as someone who is mature would be considered reserved or modest. Evolution in English over time, the meaning demure in English narrowed to describe a person, particularly a woman, who is modest, reserved, or shy, often in a manner that is perceived as being deliberately so. Fuck out my face. That's weird.
Yeah.
And I think that whole shit was just a response. Honestly, that's women's response to the soft guy era. That's what that is. That's what that is.
And see, and one thing people are not going to talk about is how a lot of this stuff that we see and going on, like these trends, that spirit attacks, that spiritual things. Y'all be wondering what's up with this movement? That's a whole spirit. And you just don't understand how it's playing on this physical realm.
Yeah, it's giving weirdness to me. That's what it's giving me, bro.
You said it's giving the mirror.
It's giving weirdness to me. Weird. Yeah, I can't get with anything that everybody is doing, bro. Whenever everybody is doing something that fast, like, that's crazy to me.
Man, it's like Will Smith and Chris Rock all over again.
And
Nobody want to question, man. We all talking about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what's worse, that or the fucking Tyrese campaign.
So what did y'all take from the ritual?
That is being, it's a whole movement being used against one sexual acts between men and women, because that's what is being played upon. All the women are saying it, so it just shows how multiple spirits are attacking women 9 times out of 10. And honestly, when you even think about it, on the economical floor and structure, that's what they did to take out our people. They attack our woman. They destroyed that because the woman was God to our people. So you destroy that image, look what's being happening. Is enmity being happened between us in our very eyes, and we don't want to see it.
What I take from it is it's being used as a response to everything that a man has, every evidence that a man has that women aren't doing a particular thing right. They're using that for everything. So now every time a man says something that a woman doesn't like, her response is, "I'm very demure."
Yeah, or it's given demure because, see, let's say you basically because one of the definitions for it was backing up a claim, legal dispute. So if you don't got no backup and no claim of what you saying, or it's all wrong to a girl, neither way she gonna deny it whether you right or wrong, because it's given very demure. You don't know what you're talking about. You being very all that.
Yeah, in Black's Law Dictionary, that shit is used as an objection. In English language, that shit is used as to refer to someone as being modest.
Yeah, but
Mod-
that makes it make me think like that's the ritual, because it's like the problem with relationships, in my opinion, is that black women are over sexualized, and they
Mhm,
partake in the sexualization, and they
mhm,
all for the sexualization. And
mhm,
within the paradigm of sexualization, you cannot function in a healthy, productive relationship,
mhm,
because you're willing to end the relationship at any moment because you know you have the option of sexual contact and no shame, no guilt, you just a free agent. And
mhm.
that's the world that we live in. How your grandma didn't treat your granddad like that.
Nope, not at all. Not at all.
These girls is not shy or modest, even if they showing that on the surface. Underneath the surface, they giving it up. And that's the reality.
Facts. That's a fact. I got a clip I want to play real quick, AD. AD, you hear me?
Yeah, my fault. My mic's me. I already got you. Already know what to
All
do.
right. Because I am thinking about this dude said something really interesting today. And I just want to hear I want to get y'all brothers' insight on it. Um, mm, 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 mm. Can y'all see that?
Don't independence your way into.
Can y'all see that?
Yeah, sound and everything good.
All right.
Let's go back to where you need to be.
Down 5 last week because you 20 songs total. Around being a hip hop rap.
No, we're not doing none of this.
And I've never. It ain't arguing. It's she could leave me all she wants. To go home to a poodle and a vibrator.
I gotta go back.
Like 6 months trying to get niggas to believe the truth when the lie will always get more traction. The lie is always more popular. You know what? If you think I'm playing, I'm gonna announce it early. If you think I'm playing, the day before you air this interview, I'm gonna tell niggas me and you got in a fight. Fuck that nigga.
You know that's gonna go. You know that's going
Fucking
viral.
right, because the lie will always be more popular than the truth. Bro, listen, man. I've been telling people, man, women, with all due respect, I'm not misogynistic when I say this. I'm not some condescending man. Listen, man, all these women out here that are singing are trying to convince everybody in the world that they hate men, they don't need a man, they don't want a man, they don't desire a man, and that they can do bad all by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to go home. Here's the memo. And I want the word. Do me a favor. Editor, whoever the editor, what's your editor name?
Well, CJ Company handles that. CJ.
Okay, that sounds fancy. Okay. So look, whoever your editor is, I want you to put the bouncing ball under this, okay? Here's a memo to all of the beautiful women in the world, whether you've been celibate 5-10 years, whether you have seen other women go through divorces, or you've been through a divorce yourself. Here's the bouncing ball that I want them to add in post-production. Nobody needs to go home to a poodle and a vibrator. Nobody needs to be alone. Nobody should be alone. This concept of being alone is bullshit, because most of your favorite female singers that are out here singing this song are going home to their man, their fiance, or their husband. Whether you know it or not, that's on you. You believe that toxic ass shit. That's why you're filling up the arenas with it. Nobody wants to be alone, sir. No man. This is biblical companionship. Look it up, non-biblical people. So I was not devastated when my divorce ended because I wanted someone or something to be with me. I got married because I wanted to do it for the rest of my life. Because I loved the way I felt and what I had in my marriage and my family. It became a world within a world within a world. And it was a world that I had never experienced prior to that. Honeymoon, love, beauty, magic, everything, my brother. Fucking up there with the Care Bears. Floating, bruh. My God. Some shit that
it was everything that you thought it would be.
I'm saying some shit right now that's so foreign. Like, what is it? If you get rid of the vibrator and the poodle, you'll understand what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Marriage, some other shit.
Hey, pause it, bro.
Oh my.
So when he talking about that, oh, you didn't have to end it, but when he was talking about that vibrator, that's a demon attached to that vibrator. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look, man. I ain't hating on the vibrator. You know, I eat pussy, so you know what I'm saying. I know what I'm doing, but what I'm just trying to say is that you
trying to tell him get off that pill life. Trying to tell him get off that pill life.
Man, hey, you know them honey packs. That's a spirit.
Them blue chews. Them blue chews. I promise you. I don't know, bro.
That's a spirit.
Bro. I don't know, bro.
A beer, a soda. See, like we don't recognize and see these things. It's because we get taken over by them. We addicted to them. You know what I'm saying? We'll be like, yeah, man. I've been low key chewing on this for the longest, but I've been addicted, man. I've been on this. This is my little kick. That's a spirit.
Yeah, that shit ain't what they think it is.
You know, and the first way to defend against the spirit is to fast. Like, what I mean by fast is like purge. And the best way to purge is getting some herbs too. And see, that's the spirit in one itself, but it's understanding how to use that spirit to protect you. See, sage, mugwort, all these are spirits. And it's like we need to understand the difference between these spirits. Because in certain animes and shows, they talk about all these spirits and things, but we never go out the way to really understand them. So it's like until you get the encyclopedia of spirits, that's when you're gonna be ahead of the game, and you're gonna be knowing certain things. You're gonna be seeing why I was reading the feng shui, because it's like when that come out, you gonna be wanting to have everything in your room set up. I know sometimes I be seeing me with a dirty background, but that's a part of the feng shui too.
Mhm.
When you think about a hill and some water, see it be dirt, it be all these filthy things until it meet water, and then it wash away, and it created a new passion. So it's
Mhm.
like it sounds like I'm kicking some cool good shit. But I'm saying at the end of the day, when you hit rock bottom, the only place to go is up top.
Yeah, well, how many people know they are at rock bottom? Some people don't even know they at rock bottom.
It's because of that spirit on them. That spirit making them think they good. No cap.
Some people could 52 fake their own self out and be like, "Nah, I'm good." You know what I'm saying? You ever met one of those fake it till they make it niggas?
Yeah. Hey, or niggas do the opposite. They make it and then they fake it.
That's nasty work, yeah. That's
For real, man. Niggas will make it and they say like, "Fuck, all right, I'm finna fake the rest of this shit."
That's super nasty work, though. I swear to God, it is. Oh my gosh.
Another way is journaling, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, like keeping a pocket journal, a main journal, like you might feel like I'm being extra, but see, I bet if you kept a track of your mind for the rest of 2024, and then you get a whole new book and journal your mind in 2025, you're gonna see a grow and change in yourself that you get to witness that you probably never seen through your eyes. See, you probably be like, yeah, I remember when I used to eat ass of the ratchet girls, now I eat ass of bougie girls. You know what I'm saying? You probably felt like you changed. But when you journal all that experience down, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I ain't finna get graphic, but let's say you probably do a new sport, or you probably writing that book right now, or you cultivating that business, and you journaling all that process. Then to 2026, you're gonna be really thinking about some shit. You're gonna be like, whoa, I stayed present for the last 2-3 months. Like that was the best time of my life because I was awake, I was aware, I was seeing what's going on. I had control of my thoughts. Every time I thought about my ex getting piped, I didn't take on that emotion. I observed it and realized the spirit's trying to attach to me. You know, well, a lot of us brothers used to be simps, and we keep thinking about how she got piped down. I'm gonna need you to let it go, bro. Focus on something else. I'm really talking about me, y'all. You know, I've been through a lot.
You know what I'm saying? You say that like you say that like it's so simple, and it's cool because you know you at that space right now. The only issue is like you know that's not so simple for everyone, big bro. Like that's not
Shit. When you
even
in that motherfucking gym every day,
what was that
trying to work out that
I
motherfucking
sent you-
pain, nigga, shit.
that Instagram video I sent you last night. You see the Instagram joint I sent you last
Hell
night?
yeah.
When grandma was telling old boy, like, you cheated first, and then she cheated. And that motherfucker just fell out like bro, like, niggas crash out over pussy, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Trust me, bro, I know it's a real deal thing, but it's because niggas don't got no focus in mind. Like you gonna stop talking to her when you really find something that's truly important to you that you want to see come fruition, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like you a stiff arm a hoe. I promise you will. If you really, if you go ahead, brother.
What happened when you get aroused, big bro?
So
When you get
when
aroused, don't all the blood leave your head and go to the other head?
yeah.
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 So you
What Kevin Gates call it? I'm just thinking with my
that nigga's a weirdo. But what I'm saying is, like, you think you capable of thinking in your right mind once that shit leave one head and go to the other?
oh no, you not, man. Nah, you
So,
man, don't let nobody flirt with you at work.
just think about it that way, right? Like,
Man.
you got them Jones out there that just keep
Man,
a nigga
you
excited all the time, bro.
a
Like,
girl at work, a
excited
girl at
all
work
the
will call
time.
you boo.
Yeah,
A girl at work will
yeah.
call you boo. You fuck around, get the feelings
Come
type
on, bro.
way.
Now,
Yeah.
the only reason I bring that up is not just
Uh-huh.
I'm not trying to create jokes and laughs, but the only reason I bring that up is because when the blood leaves one, I'm talking about physiology now. I'm not even talking about science, none of that. I'm talking about physiology. So when the blood leaves one head and goes to the other one, we are stupid at that point, bro. I'm just talking about men, bro. We are stupid at that point.
Mm-hmm. What you say? We can't resist a woman's seduction.
No, we can't. Especially not the physical man. The physical man doesn't have the capacity, and a lot of spiritual niggas don't have the capacity to withstand that. Come on, bro. If listeners show up right now, bro, and be like, I need help with my bags.
We don't even gotta fuck. I'll just give you head.
Bro, like, bro, come on, bro. Like, I don't see how you can do that. You know what I'm saying? And still be talking about, your spirituality and your higher power and higher calling. Like, it's one thing to be in semen retention mode. It's another thing to have Delicious in front of your face. Right? Like, if she busting that thing wide open, making it wink at you, I'm talking about just you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just you. That's the issue. The flesh is weak. That's the issue to me. So I think the real solution is to not allow yourself to be in those situations until you're truly ready to be in those situations. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because, like you said today, like you was just at the bank drive-through, my nigga. Like you was just at the bank, bro. And
It get dangerous out here. I'm telling you, man. You niggas, well, y'all get Smith. I think she going. Y'all get the line about who you are. Y'all talking about how she'll be like, the girl be like, yeah, I don't like seafood.
Everything.
I don't like seafood. Man, my mama always cooked that shit. I hate it. Know your mama cook you a fried fish boil and everything. Nigga, you was all in it.
No, you had shrimp yesterday, nigga. Like,
man, so it's like, niggas be like, oh yeah, I worked out all the time. Oh yeah, because I go to the gym. Oh yeah? Watch. You scared to go to the gym where she gonna outrun you.
Oh, don't let that happen, please.
She a runner, she a track star. So it's like, man.
I think what y'all speaking to is the natural pedestalization of women without even thinking about it.
That's why I was thinking that.
Having any type of qualifier, like a guy will deal with a woman and she don't got shit to offer, and she'll get cracked by somebody else, and we'll take it like something is wrong with us, and something is right about her actions, instead of looking at her like this bitch is wrong with her. You know what I'm saying? She got a fucking sex addiction.
Yes, she does.
She possessed by a demon.
She's a
cry about that shit. Like, be hurt, but we don't even understand. Like, we just naturally put a girl before us, and that within itself, to me, could be a demon, or the girl you dealing with is a demon. And anytime you in a situation with a woman, it feels like it's like a road to nowhere a lot of times. But that's what it is with girls. Like, that's what it is. Like, it ain't no good thing and getting no pussy from a girl that's not a part of your life path. But the society going to actually put it out there like,
oh yeah, get as many hoes as you can. Like you a lame if you don't got no bitches and all this type of weird shit that a nigga will really feel at the end of the day.
You better
You know what I'm saying?
all you hear as a young nigga, you better enjoy yourself or it's too late, man. Man, when I was your age, I was cracking them all, young OG, little OG. You know what I'm saying? That's what she gonna hear, and it's like real men who care about you are gonna tell you put your dick up, bro. Like real talk, I had real men come in my life tell me, bro, like on some Scarface shit, man. Don't bust your balls for no woman.
That's a
All you
fact.
guys, your balls and your word.
That's
And
a
if you're
fact.
gonna lay down with her, you better make sure you're gonna be with her for the rest of your life. You make sure this is someone you don't mind being in your life for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I never really took that serious until I start seeing things happen around me. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just listen. I'm gonna just listen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cause sometimes the best way to learn is be on the outside looking in,
Mm-hmm.
not the inside looking out. And that's like no disrespect or nothing, but that's just what my parents told me or people told me. It's just like sometimes you just gotta watch around you and you gonna learn. I don't even gotta tell you nothing. You just gotta pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that was always like in the way spirits giving me lessons too. Like I always pray for wisdom, and then it'll be certain things that pop up on TV. It'd be certain things, books that come to me. Like when you really think about it right now, if you want to find out some deep information, meditate for 5, 10, 15 minutes, turn on your TV, right? And then really flip through the channels 3 times. And if you hear something that's pertaining to you, listen, and each channel is gonna give you information. You probably like, nigga, you take this reading shit too serious. No, I'm really trying to help you really go out your way to really connect with shit. Like you be on YouTube getting downloads, but you just be, man, this algorithm just give me shit to learn about. I'm just trying to watch Captain America beat up niggas. You know, I'm trying to listen to Benny the Butcher. For some reason, they keep giving me all these free audio books. That's about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
What you listen to albums for like an hour. I'm just saying, man. Spirit, you could choose. It's 2 spirits that's always gonna be around you. Spirits that's gonna want you to be on dead time, or spirits that's always gonna want you to be on live time. A live time is building yourself, learning, planning for the present, aka the future, in a way. You know what I'm saying? Dead time, beating your meat, tricking off on the hoe, not really building time into yourself, playing the game. Don't get me wrong, I play the game too. Niggas be seeing me on Discord playing God of War. Trust me. But guess what? I know it's dead time. So you got to be honest with yourself.
Yeah, it's almost at a point where all of this shit is just all of this shit is supernatural now. I don't think any of these people moving amongst their own accord anymore. Especially not with all of the casual sex. Like I just don't think that a lot of people really care. Or rather, I don't think that a lot of people know to really care. You know, and then there's just not enough people. There's just not enough people pulling people to the carpet. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many people are actually being challenged to that point? So, I don't think we're at a space right now where people can honestly say that they know. And then I don't think we're at a place right now where I can honestly say where people actually truly care, because if you're getting what you think you want, you supposedly like, and it's probably not fulfilling you. Maybe it is, I don't know. But if you constantly continue to get it and it's still not fulfilling you, the wherewithal to stop that thing and go into something else is not something that people are going to do, especially if you're so used to getting what you want. You know what I'm saying? So like, when it comes to that and it comes to sex, yeah, I don't think it's something that everybody really cares about as long as they're getting it. Does that make sense?
I didn't know. Yeah, I hear you, bro. My fault. I didn't know I was muted. What's another way to defend against a spiritual attack or to deal with a when you feel like a spirit is on you or unclean spirit in a way? Because we said fasting, we said burning herbs like sage, Palo Santo, dragon
Incense,
blood.
meditation, grounding in nature. Yeah, spend a bunch of time in nature with no devices.
That nature part, it's been times where, bro, I mean, when I was doing cleanses and doing fasting, my stomach was hurt so bad, I caught this horrible headache. Bro, I got my yoga mat, I threw that mug on the ground. I was out there, I fell asleep. I was out there for a long time. I woke up, I felt so much better, bro. Like, something just told me, like, I just need to, like, lay down in the sun. And, like, it was, like, so breezy and cool that day. So I fell asleep, woke up. I felt like I went to, like, this different type of hospital. Like, that's when I realized I did some feng shui in a way. Because once I started reading how you can tap into the earth energy and heal yourself, I was like, oh, shit. So it's like now I'm trying to learn how to go into certain energy and build finance and wealth and luck. So it's like it's ways that we can interact with spirits and nature, because it's like all you gotta do is go barefoot, and you can go to a park, but I say go to a hilly area, like, or really a forest, a real strong terrain, a real like national park where you could do some climbing, some walking, because that type of landscape is really going to challenge your brain to have balance, to build new self, and it's going to be a different grid layout. Whereas in the park, it's a dead layout for real, for real. You're not going to really get as much benefit as you would think you do. I'm not saying fuck a park. I'm in the park right now, but I'm just trying to let you know what to deal with.
Waterfalls.
I was saying perspective, because if your perspective ain't right, you can do all of that shit, and that spirit gonna laugh at your ass. Like, what we doing today, Sage? We doing Palo Santo today? Or we gonna fast again? I know some demonic ass bitches that fast all the fucking time, but they never get the demon off because they don't understand perspective. Like, I explain demonic entities, spiritual attacks as my son wanting to play 1-on-1 to 21 in basketball.
Wow.
I don't give a fuck at what level he coming at me, what game he got.
You gonna bust his ass, right?
That
you gonna
nigga
bust
can
his
beat
ass
me in 21. I'm fucking his ass up. It's not, you don't stand a chance.
Yup, that's real dad shit though. That's real dad shit though.
But if I think that my son can beat me, or I'm thinking that my son is Michael Jordan or some shit like that, he gonna bust my ass. So I think, like, if you understand you got a soul, if you attain a soul and you really do the spiritual soul development work, you realize the spirit is nothing but a nappy headed hoe trying to get a $5 hit of some crack. You know what I'm saying? You tell that bitch, get the fuck out of my fucking face, and you go on about your life. But when you don't understand how powerful you are, it's nothing you can do. All of this shit that people say do, it doesn't work. Like, that's the real. Niggas tell you do all of that shit, and you just be doing that shit, and you hope it work, and your fingertips, like, you really have your fingers crossed, but shit. Of course, drink herbs. Of course, do all of this shit that you're supposed to do. But you gonna be sadly mistaken when you expect that them herbs is gonna solve some shit for you that your perspective don't correct initially. Like, it's just no way. It gotta be a ritual and physical match to the shit, and you gotta really perceive it and understand it to be true. Because if you think that this spirit is so powerful and you just gotta fucking jack off, you're gonna jack off eventually. Even if you go 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years without jacking off, that's like the nigga who is a crackhead and you see it on him. He just trying his damnedest not to smoke crack. Eventually, that nigga gonna go smoking crack, gonna go back to doing heroin because they really haven't understood the perspective of why they even doing heroin in the first place. Maybe you isolated, maybe you ain't around the right people, maybe you ain't on your purpose, and you using all of these things to cope. As long as you don't understand that you gotta be doing some shit for real, like you gotta be doing something specific, and it gotta resonate with your soul, and that's like you becoming like a sword. You cutting through this shit. If you don't cut through this shit gonna fuck your ass up. It fuck up everybody. It fucks up every single body that don't understand perspective, don't understand power when it comes to this shit. That's how I would look at the motherfucking possessions. Like, motherfucker could possess me up to hell. You hex me, suck my dick. Like, what the fuck? You're not doing none of that shit to me. I don't care. It's not a thought to me. Like, it's not even a motherfucker doing all type. I seen a nigga on Facebook with mad fire and candles and bonfires talking about, we bought the hex El Melchizedek. We bought the hex. Fuck his kids. Fuck his wife. Like, nigga was going crazy. That nigga died.
They called out your alter ego?
I don't know what the fuck. You nigga was mad at my Facebook posts. I seen niggas die because they hate my Facebook posts.
That's crazy.
I've seen niggas die hating. Like, I've seen niggas die hating, bro.
That's crazy, bro.
Like for real. Like for real. So I don't give a fuck about that shit. When you got a purpose, you gotta understand, like, that shit ain't real. If you want to be lazy, if you want to jack off, if you want to smoke crack, that's what you want to do. That's how you gonna give it up. But that shit ain't no spirit attached to you for real. Like, that shit do happen, but not niggas like us. Unless you want it to happen.
Yeah, you have to be receptive, right? Like, you have to be open to that shit. Like,
yeah, it's like you take something on instead of observing it.
Yeah, like that shit being attached to your vessel is not even something that you could that you couldn't know without giving permission to it. Like, you have to give permission to that thing.
That's the facts.
And it's like one thing about magic that a lot of people won't tell you is that when you change your perspective, that's when real miracles and magic happen. You know, sometimes I catch people saying, you know, they're gonna make me go back to the old me.
And you damn sure gonna have to if you ever want to do any sort of magic or ritual anyway, because you're gonna need your imagination to do that.
Right.
It's just a big thick car, so
niggas love saying that. I'll go back to the old me. I bring out that demon side, bro. Niggas do not want to see it no more.
Yeah, I seen niggas crash out on Hood's Facebook page because he be going in as Melchizedek. Like, he be going in on that shit. Like, you think he wild on fucking Instagram, he wild on Facebook. So I see niggas crash out because of his shit. That's a fact.
Like, you gotta feel like a nigga can stop you for real. You feel like that demon can stop you. You feel like that spirit can fuck you up. Then that's your dumb ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you lost. Fuck it. Because the spirit can infiltrate your mind and have you thinking in a certain type of way that's counterintuitive. Like, away from your intuition. That's the nature of these motherfucking spirits. So you, as a divine being, you have to understand that that's the only thing it got. You using your power against yourself. It can't fuck with you.
Yeah, that's a permission thing right there, bro. And that's the biggest thing about I feel like about this whole possession shit. That shit is a permission thing, like alcohol whenever you inebriated, you know, and you got these ideas like, you're not supposed to be inebriated, but you keep going back to that shit and doing that shit and doing that shit. Yeah, you absolutely susceptible to whatever it is that pops up. Like, absolutely.
It's like, yeah, I'm trying to save money and, you know, build shit up. But it's like, oh, you keep hanging around the motherfuckers that like to go out every weekend. Got you. You say you trying to save up, right? Yeah, man. Yeah, you know, but we going to this thing Saturday. And it's like, you know, food finna be 50. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to appetize it. I'm going to drink a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I might get somebody to drink too. Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
That, you know, we got the event. That's like 30, you know, 30, almost $40. And then plus, you know, I gotta grab some weed, have a few blunts on me. So that's a good little $90 for a little half or black album. So it's
That's a fact.
stepping outside. Like,
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a
but
fact.
you want to save money though, you know?
And that shit be at scale, man. Niggas go out and spend 10,000 for a weekend, you know, and that shit ain't nothing. You know, like regular niggas.
Don't even bat an eye. Like,
Regular niggas that you be just like they be wearing them Robin jeans and like Louis Vuitton and shit. All that shit is like 1,000. Like them niggas don't care about spending couple racks for a shirt, couple racks for a jeans, 4,000 at the club. Cause the reality of all of that shit is like guaranteed pussy. So if you ever wanted to like really just like, cause it's two different ways of niggas that want to get pussy. It's the I look like a bum, I hope I get pussy type of vibration versus the I look good, I'm dressed to the T's, everything that I'm wearing is new, and the bitch can see that on you, and she already just looking at, oh, them is some nice shoes, you look nice, you look good. Like, I mean, for what it's worth, it ain't worth too much of nothing. But like niggas, it's not complicated to knock hoes in this world.
no.
It's very simple, you know.
Nah, for real. Like I work at a real estate firm, so I have to make sure I look professional. You think these brown loafers don't get attention, nigga? Like, come on, bro. Like, lock in, man. Like, sometimes,
Look,
like,
especially if you got the
go
right
ahead, bro.
wingman. If you got the right wingman, oh, you can manipulate any situation to get some box, nigga. Like, that shit.
Man, dudes be having female friends. You think that's your friend? Nah, that's his wing, man. You just don't know.
I just
He's
watched
such a good guy.
I just watched the meme the other day where old boy told his man to call him in 5 minutes and ask to borrow $10,000 because the shorty was coming
Yeah,
over.
niggas really be doing that shit, bro.
Yeah, so the shorty come over and he counting money in the living room, and his man called him and be like, "Yo, let me hold 10 racks." He like, "Yo, I just gave you 5 racks last week." What? Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And at first, shorty wasn't giving him no rhythm, but as soon as he told his man he was gonna loan him 10 racks, shorty like, "Can I spend the night?" Like, bro, like it's always possible, bro. Especially if you willing to throw the money away. It's always possible. And you definitely got them niggas out there that fuck the game up like that. Like,
Shit, man,
niggas.
like, think about how many rappers, or I mean, we did a video where we saw a nigga talking about, yeah, like, you know, I use this chain is what you see me with this chain on flexing. Like, people use certain jewelry, certain things as a form of seduction to reel you in, to get you into shit. So it's like you see somebody with that Balenciaga vest, I promise you're gonna think that nigga like that. But you go to his car, you go, oh, you spent all your money on clothes, that's why your car not doing good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, bro, niggas be having J's, all type of stuff. Next thing you see, you hang out with them, they going through a lot. Because they didn't want to just wait.
Yeah.
You can have all your shit together, and then it's like, all right, I'm gonna set aside $10 for a fit, to get my money right. So whenever I want to step, I don't know, you just gotta have priorities over certain things, man. You can put that money into your business. It's just perspective, for real talk.
Yeah, just like Hood said, it's just perspective, bro.
washing your ass is a perspective, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
What? Having a clean ass is a perspective? Wow. Okay.
It's some dirty motherfuckers.
That's crazy work. That's definitely crazy work. I just want to see if this shit works real quick. Give me a second. Mm. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Did y'all say somebody had stepped away real quick? It's like a lot of dudes that's like they Mona Lisa so many niggas, bro. It's a real thing.
Man, that's the oldest trick in the book. You know, it's the oldest trick in the book. The gangsters back in the day, the Bloods and the Crips, like every time, bro. It's like, bro, that's why I'm not gonna be no gangster, and I'm not going to just be like on some chick like, hey, big boy, like, no, I watch too many movies now, sis. It's scaring everything. You was too friendly. I thought you were trying to set me up. Like, it's just how this shit working now.
Yo, yeah, no, I think he actually got cut out. But nah, it's been a time where, a girl would just compliment me so much. It was like, what's your social? What's your social? I'm like, I don't know, man. This shit, my heart racing. Something telling me something wrong about this.
Why though? Why can't a girl just be positive all the
See,
time?
so look, I'm gonna give you a perspective, right? What if it was the other way around as a man? How's that gonna be interpreted? Imagine a man telling a woman, "Oh, I love and care for you, and I think about you all the time. And even though we don't never hang out, you haven't gave me no sign of anything, but I really think about you. Cynthia, I think about you all the time. I want to help you out. I want to be there for you, but we're just friends. Like,
Yeah, but them be hard conversations to have because men and women is different, and we gotta operate and move through the matrix completely different. So when we do a flip of, well, what if it's a woman? Then that's like saying, what if you get rammed up the booty? That's not going to be cool. So yeah, for a girl, it might be cool. You can't say, you got to understand, like, it's a difference between a masculine frame and everything else that goes in it. So it's like learning that dynamic and how the man should be versus how the woman should be is completely, that's what we have, that's what we're here to actually learn, because the rhetoric is never going to get you a successful relationship. The rhetoric will never have you in a space where you're happy in your relationship, because everything that's good for you, she's going to be like, well, what about me? And if you a successful guy, you would never know that your girl is like inherently jealous of your success. But it's like, well, she's supposed to be happy because I would be happy for her. That, like, men do that all the time. They do that every single trip down the road. Do that vice versa, but it's really not vice versa, and you will lose the point of your direction and purpose. Cause that's like I can't even remember what we started with. Cause it's like it just, it's like it throw you. It's like a red herring. A red herring is like when it throw you off the scent, the direction of the conversation. And ain't nothing. I just think we all just do it.
a clue or piece of information that is intended to be misleading or distracting. So whenever, if you making a point and somebody say, well, what about the women? That's a red herring right off the rip. But you can never make a point as a man. Because every time you make a point, that's all a person can think about. Well, what about women? What if women do this? So you then have to think back like, all right, what was my original what was my original point, so we can get back to the conversation. That's just a little shit. But what was we talking about before that?
We was basically getting into
Some demonic shit.
we was talking about we was basically talking about Mona Lisa's, and I was like, yeah, this girl was basically trying to get my Instagram and shit, and I just kind of wasn't feeling it, and you was like, why? And then
Right. That's what I'm
that
saying. If you do it, it's lame. But if she do it, she's a go liver. That's what you need for real. And you don't want to be goofy with it. You want to, like, if she a go liver, she really feeling you, then you can be like, all right, we about to talk for a week so I can feel your ass out. You know what I'm saying? If she down for you, you willing to go through every vet, every check, every clearance, like every detail that you need to feel comfortable moving forward, because she down for you. She positive. Now, if it's vice versa and you a positive man to her, you a trick, you a nice guy, you a lame. It's not 50-50. It's not vice versa. It's two different things. You feel me?
Two different angles, two different aspects.
Yeah,
I get
men and
you, bro.
women
I
are
ain't gonna feel
different.
you, though, but I get you.
You said what?
I said pause. I get you. I ain't gonna feel you, but I really truly understand what you're talking about.
Pause. Nah, I think that shit is so profound though. What he said though, that red herring shit, like they do that shit all the time, bro. They do that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Whenever they feel the need to have to interject themselves into a conversation that doesn't include them, like, yeah, that shit happens.
But men do it too.
And then if it's not that, then it's the tone. Yeah, like if it's not that, then it's the tone policing, right? I understand you might be right, but I just don't like how you said it. What?
That was me.
Yeah. Did you have to be nasty when you did that?
That's what
You know, I
got
got a big
that's what got Kevin Samuels killed. I hear what he's saying. I agree with what he's saying, but his tone, he could do it different with the tone. Like,
Yeah.
that's what got
that was all people said about him.
Yeah, that tone policing shit. Like they never argued against none of his points. They only talked about his delivery.
How he said it.
I just feel like if he could have been nicer.
Just like old boy Charleston White probably need to watch out for that shit.
That's like me saying, I mean, I feel like she could have put some Summer Eves on it while we was clapping, but you know.
Yo, did you hear Cardi B said that she regret getting a BBL because of the odor, and that's why Offset's cheated on?
Hey man, for the number one spiritual podcast, man, you ain't gonna never get it like this anywhere else.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying? You can get your wound today.
She said the leftover odor from her BBL is the reason why Offset cheated on her. I said, yo, that's crazy.
Hey.
So that shit is a thing then, huh? The BBLs be stinking? I don't know. I'm asking. Like, I don't. Yeah. I'm not that fortunate, bro.
Or fortunate.
You know how that big back theme now?
That's really a thing. That big bag shit is really a thing.
I feel like it. I mean, when you see a lot of people who, like, it's been people who wasn't working out and that motherfucker, like a whole titty exploded. Like, I mean, it's been a lot of shit when you really look into it, man. Like, people didn't die from this.
Yeah, a lot of people died because the motherfuckers went to a third world country to get the fucking surgery done.
BBL, 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 BBL.
I don't know about y'all, but I ain't never not messed with a chick because of her body. Like,
Yeah, them guts are stinking now. That BBL fucked you up.
that's crazy.
But no, but seriously though, I think like
You think
that's
plastic
that's
surgery
spirit
is
right there.
demonic? Not to cut you off, you think plastic surgery could be demonic?
I was just gonna say that's the spirit right there. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at a spirit of something, the weave is a spirit, the makeup is a spirit, the BBLs is a spirit, the bodycon dresses is a spirit, the boob drops is a spirit, the BBLs is a spirit, the fucking
The bonnets, the hair bonnets.
everything that if it's a thing that something happens and then a million other people replicate it and you go to different cities and you see the same girls doing the same thing that don't know each other, that's a spirit. You see the same guys doing the same thing in the same different cities, acting the same way, wearing the
Don't
same,
even know each other.
don't know each other. That's a spirit. That is a device that is used to really trick people's minds into a way of life that you can barely escape out of.
Like body head. That's spirit.
Mm. Did we talk about the Carter today yet?
Oh no, we have not. We have not gotten to. And I feel like, see, this is actually a good card to what we was talking about, because we was talking about perspective, and like when we think about this card, it gets into that. So I'm pulling it up right now.
Hood, how far away you live from where you canoe at?
Like 45 minutes.
Mm.
I go 45-minute drive.
Is that off of 8 Mile or is that still on 8 Mile?
No, it's in a whole different city, Ann Arbor.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Where
Michigan
University.
Wolverines, right?
Yeah,
Mom spaghetti.
Yeah, that's where they play at.
I remember from the Fab
On
Five.
the surface, he looks calm and ready to drop bombs, but he keeps on forgetting. My fault, y'all brought up 8 Mile. So the card of the day today we have, family, is the Two of Disc, change. So when we think about change, but first, before I even get into that, let's break down the symbiosis of this card, the symbology, the details and the work and the art. Because Frida Harris, the person who cultivated these pictures along with Aleister Crowley and Lon Milo, wrote about it. But let's not pass up this beautiful symphony in front of our faces, because this is what really helps break down the card. So first, one thing that points out to me is, so when we think about the planet Jupiter, we're thinking about an archetype of Zeus, the deity Zeus. We're thinking about higher mind, education, spiritual things. What else y'all see in this card, family? Do y'all need me to zoom in?
A little bit.
I got you.
I'm an old head.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a double up of the yin and the yang, and it also turns into an 8 which is the infinity, and then at the end of it, you still got the snake eating its tail.
Ouroboros.
Ouroboros, yeah. So like that symbology to me is like you're starting on a journey and on a path, and you're searching until you realize that the only thing you're searching for is yourself. You end up at yourself. You start on a journey and a path, and no matter where you end up, wherever you're at, you are there. No matter where you're at, you are right there. And yeah, that 8 is infinity, and they got the yin and the yang, the dis in both sides.
And also, when we think, go ahead, Hood, you good?
I would call this card a card of liminality, a state of transition between one stage and another, often during a rite of passage or major life event. So during these particular spaces in time, with the yin and the yang, the light being in the darkness and the darkness being in the light, whatever side you on, you might not see the other side. It's like growing through something, and in that space, you're like weak or not the same person, or broke, fat, just not what you supposed to be, but you changing because it's ruled by Jupiter. You know what I'm saying? Expansion is like rock bottom. We was talking about rock bottom. Rock bottom is a beautiful place because there's nowhere to go but up. That's how I look at that.
Had to unmute the mic. Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. And one aspect I was going to get into the card is that we have the number 2. So when we think about two sit in Chokma, right? And that is above the abyss. That is in the supernal triangle, connecting with the 1, 2, and 3 with primordial energies. So what I'm really breaking down to you is that when we deal with the Sephiroth Chokma, we're dealing with wisdom. So most of the times, for us to really move forward, we have to gain the wisdom. We have to reflect on ourselves, because when we think about the number 1, that's God, right? The primordial, the infinite. And then 2 is when God noticed himself. He saw that reflection, reflected himself, and became 2. So it's like we're in that aspect of this energy. So to really get change, you have to change your perspective. You have to really dig inside yourself and find inner wisdom. And you can always find wisdom within your soul.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Then once you have wisdom, you can create understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Because that wisdom is like knowing that everybody is God. Everyone has a soul, and then understanding is like everyone is like a cup. They all different sizes, shapes, form, colors, but they all got water inside them, which is the spark, the internal breath, Aleph, eternal life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's like if you get this card in the reading, just know that like you might feel stuck in a situation, but change gonna come. Or if it's like reverse, you know what I'm saying, you might feel like shit ain't never gonna change, but you gotta change your mind. It's 2 sides to it. So which one you ever choose to look at is that's how you gonna receive it.
So when you look at the cards, you got the yin and the yang, you got the top circle and the bottom circle. So they're representing up and down, left and right, on and off. On esoteric meanings, it says Kether is all potential, while Chokma is the electrical switch in the on position. Kether is a non-being, while
It's like a knob.
Chokma is a being. Chokma is the state of self where we dream ourselves into being from a divine state of meditation. So it's always, damn, I need some money, but it's never, I am the person that led myself to need money. Let me change who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you change who you am, or rather, that different person is going to get you into better states of consciousness, better situations. But you
Mm-hmm.
can create yourself through meditation. That's how I would view it. And if you're going through some shit, good, because now you don't got to keep going through
The
that
same
bullshit
shit.
that was keeping you trapped.
Mm-hmm.
No cap. And then when you think about chokma consciousness and chokma energy, when you want to meditate on this Sephiroth, it's just simply clearing your mind, not having no words. When you get to a point of blankness, then when you move on to Panay, that's when you can meditate and have certain thoughts and words. But to really even build meditation, sometimes you just gotta just go and quiet your mind. That's the first key to really build and hone your meditation practices. Being able to quiet your mind first and build focus. And you can do that with certain mantras of you know what I'm saying, just anything really. But I feel like sometimes we make meditation hard where we can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Some reason you trying to meditate, you keep thinking about them back shots he was delivering. You gotta let it go, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Not the back shots.
I'm telling you, man, niggas be trying to meditate, they just get to think about fucking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, they trying to tap in, they think about them back shots they was delivering. They get to smiling like, yeah.
Or if it's a woman, them back shots that you want, like, you know.
Hey.
Pause. Oh shit. That shit crazy. So anything else y'all fellas want to talk about?
Hold on. See these comments, I didn't see them.
Who the hell's laughing? What y'all doing? What's going on?
Hey, man, it's just really funny.
Huh?
But nah, I'm all good and clear. I talked about. I really want to just talk about protect from spirits and stuff because we was talking about the physical man and spiritual man. So, you know what I'm saying. Some people I saw in the chat. I asked them, "Are you a physical man or a spiritual man?" You know what I'm saying. So I just wanted to help deepen their mind about this. You know what I'm saying. I always keep stuff to protect me because of my perspective and thought. You know, a nigga might laugh at me because I might have, you know, 2 different types of incense on me, and I keep a herbal bag, you know what I'm saying? But that's just how my mind works, you know. Most of the time your magic don't work because you let somebody else tell you it don't work, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you feel like eating ass is your magic, then go ahead, but you know, I'm gonna tell you it's not gonna work. That's just me personally, but you know, that might be your magic, so don't let me stop you, bro. You know what I'm saying? This type shit I hear in the reading sometimes, bro. Like, but this is what I love, bro. I'm like, all right, I get you. I'm like, I can't be mad at you, man. You being honest. Motherfucker will lie to you. Nah, I don't do that no more. I'm telling you, man, they get in front of her. Yeah, I work out every day. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, bro. Yeah, nigga, I got you another 20K. God damn, and you better bring my car back too. Yes, I'm talking about the BMW, nigga. Yes, the one with the bubble gut rims. I'm telling you, man. We think that shit cool. It's not. Be honest. Tell her you're broke. See if she really gonna stay. You should have
you should test
like have.
the
Go
girl?
ahead, bro.
No, I was gonna say, you think you should test the woman and see if she real? Can you tell if a woman is real by playing a trick on her like that, and telling her you ain't got no money when you got it?
Here, how about this? Even if you don't want to do that, give her a whole bunch of shit. See what happens. You ever just look at a motherfucker just take, and take?
I mean, but what if you just a naturally generous motherfucker though?
It's like what we was talking about earlier, the general pedestalization
Mm-hmm.
of a woman, because it's like it's nothing about you that should make a girl like you. She should like you for nothing. If she like you for money, she don't like you. She like the money that you make. If she like you because you look good, she don't like you. She just like your aesthetic. If she like you for anything existential, she don't like you. If you don't have no money, you might not really have no money. They don't have nothing to do with the emotion of love.
Mm-hmm.
Zero. Absolutely nothing. Your girl can be up and you could be down. If she love you, she gonna put you up. She gonna make it seem, because girls is very narcissistic in that way. They want to be with a winner. So if she up and you down, guess what? You now up.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on how you play it. Some dudes can't handle it because they be wanting to be up like her. But you gotta understand, if she love you, she love you. A rich girl gonna need love, and she ain't gonna probably. They say they hypergamous, but that's not real. That's an ideology that makes sense in their mind, but when it boils down to it, they like dudes for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, they do not date down, bro. They don't
I
date
got
down.
pussy. I got pussy when I was an ain't shit nigga. I didn't deserve it. I never deserved the pussy that I got. Bitches was just stupid. That's how they give it up. So at the same time, you got to understand that girls is going to be having sex. Girls going to do whatever they want to do. If they love you, they going to love you for you. But can you find that within yourself? Like, can you find that within yourself to not feel like, oh, I got to impress this girl. I got to do something nice for that girl, because intuitively she know it. She probably knows she ain't even worth all of that for real. And she just wants somebody to treat her courteously. Like you said earlier, if we super nice to her, it's an automatic turn off because we done tried to be that, and she be like, ugh.
Yeah.
Man, and it's crazy because it's like, man, you ever told a girl she like, I'm sorry, and you be like, don't be sorry, be better. She
Whoa.
she might make it seem like she mad at you, but really that shit turned her on.
Whoa.
Cause it's like I had so many people come to me, like it's like, bro, I just want to crack, bro. I just want to crack. I'm gonna take her here. My fault. I'm gonna take her here. I'm gonna do this. I'm like, I thought you wanted to crack. I do, but I want to, I want to show her the world and take her out and show how respectful I am. I'm like, I mean, man, you not already respecting yourself, trying to, crack this girl you don't know, and you trying to show her how great you is, and you trying to crack, man. All right, for sure. She just cracked you, but y'all ain't ready for that conversation. Once you take her on that date, she done basically got on top and rode you.
That's another demon, getting easy pussy up out of a girl. That's another demon.
Cause it's like, then you could talk about the whole, cause there's some women who be like, what's wrong with fucking on the first night? I want to see what's up too. I want to see if that motherfucker actually doing what it's doing. You can't tell me that's not a demon hood.
It is.
Because my thing is like, what makes a girl get to that level where she like, nah, I wanna fuck on the first night too. I wanna see what he talking about.
Like I think we said this in the last episode, it's like candy to a baby, you know. So if you gonna resist, if a kid can't resist going to a candy store, and where we as men, you either been on this side or you haven't been on this side, where whether the girl had a boyfriend, husband, whatever was going on in her life, you could hit that girl, whatever, whenever, however, whenever. She wasn't going to never tell you no. And she would have a boyfriend, husband, another nigga, and he wouldn't know nothing of what's going on. And some girls would say, I ain't like that. All girls ain't like that. Y'all disrespecting a person's mind at that point, because you gotta understand the nature of it. The nature of it is very difficult. It's very harsh climate when you dating women and doing all of this shit. So if you gonna be put out there in this world, casually dating, casually having sex, you is doing nothing but getting possessed by entities. They call them STDs, so you don't know the real STD, spiritually transmitted disease. It's nobody that's in the streets having casual sex that's a part of the elite upper echelon of people. Only the bottom dwellers, the niggas that can't get it right, that's running in a circle, running into walls, is because they want that pussy. Wanting that pussy is a spirit, is a demonic entity that is whole drive is to kill you. That's why the death card is ruled by Scorpio. And Scorpio is ruled by the sexual organs. You can do it right or you can do it wrong. In the Pluto and Scorpio generation, they put out all of the sexual stuff, all of the little Kim, all of the little, all of the live crew. They ain't never did no shit like that. We was seeing naked women on TV every single day when we get out of school. Niggas was jacking off way before their time. Like, we came in a generation where they was like, all right, we about to just get these motherfuckers porn on their phone for free. And then we on the porn, we think it's free. It's not free, bro. It's not free.
Your soul getting snatched by that demon on the camera, bro.
Man, it's a whole.
Like, you know, it's actually a lot of studies that talk about when you in the dark beating your meat, it's something actually right there with you.
They feeding off the semen. They feed off the energetic light that the semen produce, pure gray A light. You release that semen, them deities feed off that shit. It's like now I can't even. I be bored sometimes. Like, let me throw in a porn. I can't even do it. Like, this shit corny. For old time's sake, let me just see what it's hitting on. It don't hit the same, bro.
It don't.
That shit weird.
It don't. Yeah, when you think about that whole concept of that shit is super weird, you know?
Man, it is like, because I promise you, once you get over the urge trying to put your dick in random shit, you really start creating a lot of things in your life. You know, and like, I know, and what bro said earlier, I know this shit sound easier said than done, but it's like, you just ain't went through enough pain to be like, all right, I'm fucking tired of this shit. I'm gonna really do this. Like,
yeah,
like Frodo, like, you really want to change when you get your chest beat in by this shit too much, man.
You haven't got your rites of passage yet. You haven't gotten to that rites of passage point where you ready to see the other side of shit. Like, this shit is dead, and you've seen enough of this shit. You'd have to really get to that point where you really want to see the other side of life and the other things that life has to offer, because it ain't all sex, bro. It ain't. Sexual energy is everything, but not to have sex. Like, But that try to tell a motherfucker that's hard. That's hard. That's hard for people to accept. That's hard for people to act on. You know, but nobody said discipline was easy.
Man,
Nobody
it's,
said being disciplined was easy, and no one said that you were going to gain anything if it was. You probably won't gain anything with it being easy. It's supposed to be hard. No pain, no gain. It's supposed to be hard.
and just think of this shit, man. It's like, I don't know, my fault. I just lost it. I think I probably didn't drink enough rosemary today.
What?
I just lost my train of thought. Like,
I just lost my train of thought.
yeah, I didn't drink enough rosemary today. My fault. Yeah.
Did
Rosemary help with your memory. It's a replacement for frankincense. Yeah, I don't know how I lost it. My fault. Yeah.
Happened to the best of us, man.
You said try my best to remember.
I said it happened to the best of us.
Oh yeah, for sure. He said, "Nah,
Present
bro,
my
don't try to say."
screen real quick.
You said what game?
Present my screen real quick.
Oh, my fault. I didn't see that. I got you.
Half of Gen Z men no longer actively even trying to date. They're not even trying. And so the question is, well, why is that happening for women? Women, first off, are dating older. They want more economically and emotionally viable men, and that usually means older men. In addition, when young women are lonely, they have much better social networks. They have much stronger friend networks, whereas guys become kind of lone wolves and kind of literally sequester from everyone and everything. Half of Gen Z men no longer.
What y'all think it is?
I feel like it gets into the things that we tend to really overlook, and the things that we was like really never honed in on about this relationship shit. And I feel like people probably get tired of everybody talking about it so much, but I feel like it's the truest, most ethical, spiritual thing, because it plays a part into a lot, especially into the world today.
Yeah, you can't really make it without shadow work. And your shadow work don't really happen until you're in a safe relationship to the best of your ability, because you need to see that reflection. And sometimes when you see that reflection, you either hate yourself or you say, all right, I'm ready to grow. The problem with being single is that you could do whatever you want to do. So it's not bad if you discipline, but most people are not disciplined. Most people are not structured in a way for them to be a successful space. They giving themselves extra minutes. They giving themselves whole days to just kind of just collect their thoughts, whatever the case may be. But when it's time to like really focus, we not getting that. And then when we in relationships and you a man, forget about it. Because everything you want to do is boring to your girl. Like everything you need to do, well, I'll just say that, is boring.
Yes. Say it again, bro.
Uninteresting, waste of time for her. Now, if you can find somebody that's willing to do the work with you, cool. But usually, because we got to have that companionship piece, we in situations where as men, we split from doing what our soul wants us to do and then doing what our relationship wants us to do. So, as a spiritual man, you can't be split, but you gonna be split because this society, bro,
Like you trying to escape a spirit, that's hard, man. Cause the truth of this shit is that familiarity breeds contempt. And ain't no solution for that. So deep shadow work, psychological stuff, man, I hope that people be on that because it's just not going to happen naturally no more because the spirit has settled in of division. So Gen Zs, Gen Alphas, they gonna have the hardest time with actually having long-term relationships. If 80% of kids is born out of wedlock in the next 10 years, it's gonna be 95%. Being married is gonna be one of the rarest things that a black man or a black woman ever gonna experience in life because they not willing to see eye to eye on shit because we not even going to be able to deal with the root causes, the spiritual demonic possession. So we not doing the exorcisms, we not doing the baptisms, we not doing the things to purge the demons out. So yes, she looks good. Yes, y'all get along in the first week or the first month. But when that familiarity breeds contempt comes to the surface, she's gonna fuck somebody else. Your heart gonna be broken, especially if she young. Cause what you don't know is that she got options out here in these fucking streets. And when you get out on these streets, you gotta start from square one when the fucking dating app. And this
It's
bitch
like
is gonna be swiping left on your motherfucking ass. This nigga, you don't look like a top tier. None of us is top tier Brad Pitt ass niggas. So
man,
it's
and it's
a it's
like you gonna be doing whatever you can for pussy. You gonna be reading seduction books. You gonna get into online courses on how to talk to women, how to commute, just because you feel like you gotta do something extra to get a woman. And it's like, or you gonna be like, man, I gotta set up the next one just in case she leave me. And it's like you don't want to be in that space.
That's got to be one of the worst feelings ever.
You said what, bro?
I said I think that's got to be one of the worst feelings ever, where you feel like you got to go through all of these different changes just to figure out how to get a girl.
Yeah, it is. It makes you feel horrible, man. Like, and I like see. That's why I tell like I really get on here and really like try to talk this a lot because it's like, of course, I'm young, man. I understand it. I know, of course, who doesn't want a girl, especially at the age you're at? But it's like, man, until I found the things that I love to do, until I surround myself around a group of people who want to push me towards that, man. Like, man, a shorty could shake on me at any moment, because I won't care. Because at the end of the day, like, if you really think you're a handsome, inspiring, and dedicated dude, you gonna always get a girl, bro. I promise you. Like, you'll be surprised. It'll be a girl just watching you all the time, and it's like because you so respectful and you was raised right. You not over here jumping the girl. What's your number? What's your name? Now she be like, man, I like him. But I want to say something, but I wish she'll say something, but he so focused. I see this nigga train all the time, and he don't ever look my way. Like, it's girls who pay attention to you, man, but for some reason you go for the girl that every guy want to fuck, and then when she don't say yes to you, somehow you feel destroyed. When she's got a whole lineup of 5 niggas, one nigga that get her something to eat, one nigga that fuck around buy her shit, one nigga that's actually fucking, one nigga she just text when she bored, and the nigga she just FaceTime. Like, I'm telling you stuff so you could lock in, bro, because I didn't know this.
I could honestly say I think I regret 97% of all relationships I've ever been in. Every chick I ever smashed, like 97%. I'm like, yep, I could have did better. 97%. There's no fulfillment in it. There's no fulfillment in it. You know how empty it is. You know how empty it is.
Rod, handsome guy. So his lineup, he probably had cold. No, not probably. He had cold bitches, bro. So it's like, for real.
But I mean, honestly, like, I used to go through so many changes just to get the girl and then get it and just be like turned off by the smallest fucking thing. Like, so fucking so fucking shallow. Like I had this real fucking shallow perspective on women and everything that went along with them. And um it took me a very long time to get past that. And then once I understood that most of that shit had to do with my perception and my perspective, the way I viewed them, the way I pursued them. Yeah, I realized like I could have did 1,000% better for myself. Not like it was anything wrong with these women. No, I'm talking about for myself. I'm talking about I could have did better. I probably could have just been with one. You know what I'm saying? Like I could have did that. I could have did that. Like I never had fun spreading my seed around or spreading my loins around. I never had fun doing that shit. I never had fun doing that shit. I just, I just, I just thought it was the cool thing to do because everybody else was doing
Man, and when you surround yourself by some real men, bro, they gonna make you feel stupid for doing that shit.
it.
I remember I was around this married dude, and I'm not even talking about hood. I'm being fair. I was around a married dude, different guy. They don't even know these dudes. I'm like, yeah, bro, look at this. I got her lined up. I just got done busting her down before I got here. And he like, bro, and he not even into the stuff I like to study, but he probably give me a listen, whatever. But he go, I think one of these girls you and clap probably merged into you where you feel some type of way where you doing this dumb shit. I'm like, huh? He like, bro, like, why? Like, why are you fucking all these girls and getting yourself fucked up? I was like, I had nothing to say. He like really, like, why are you doing this? Like, what are you getting from it? I mean, I get the fuck. He's like, okay, but like after you fuck, what? Then what, bro? I really felt stupid. Like I really felt so stupid. And this dude's married. He has a home, all this stuff, and I'm just like, man, what? Yeah, like what is he trying to tell me? And I had to think about it, and all I got was like realizing how dumb and ignorant I was just being. And it's like a lot of us don't have real friends to be like, hey man, you know, you're not gonna get nothing for fucking her.
Man, you still ahead of the pack, nigga, because I did not have your wisdom at your age, nigga. Like you way the fuck ahead of the pack, bro.
I'm telling you, bro, like I just had people just tell me, like, bro, you moving stupid. You know, and that made me realize, like, man, I guess these people really love me because people I hang out with every day saying, bro, you doing right.
Yeah, I don't think like it'll even happen until you meet a girl, not you personally, just in general. Because like I feel stupid in relationships, but it's okay because it's only going to be a girl that have the compassion and the sensitivity and the love of God that's going to be even a good girl for you anyway. That will even show you the ways for which you're not leading her correctly. Right, and pointed out, well, I need you to act like this in this situation. I need you to do this in that situation. Because sometimes as men, we don't know what it looks like. Because especially if we trying to please, sometimes we don't need to please. Sometimes we need to be in our masculine and we need to like do what we need to do for the best possible outcome and to hell with her for real. But if we don't understand that, we might spend a lot of time. Like it's always been times when I was in my ignorance, I spend a lot of money on a girl, I'll be broke, and she be like, well, what we about to do next? I'm like, shit, nothing, we broke. She look at me like I'm dumb and go hang out with the next nigga with money. I should have never spent the money in the first place. Because if I gotta spend money to be with you, then I'm stupid and I'm goofy. So it's like, yeah. And even getting a girl is not going to be to solve all for a nigga's problems, because we going to choose the wrong girl 99% of the time. So I would say learn to love God and God will send you a woman. That's in the Bible. You know, that's scripture. And when you find her, she should be loving God too, because if she don't love God, what do she love? That tell you a lot where the relationship is going to end. She love her job. She love her career. She love her family. She love you. She can't love you. She got to love God, because that's the only thing that's going to sustain the relationship, because a monster cock is available for her at a moment's notice. She got
That's the devil right there.
resist a monster cock.
Yeah.
And if she don't love God, she's not even going to think to, you know. It's going to be like, yeah, I'm going to use him until I find my next one. You know what I'm saying? So fuck all that shit, man. Like, fuck it all. Learn to really love God for real. Learn to love your soul and be patient. In that patience, build yourself up. Build yourself up. The right girl's going to show up. Period.
Man. I'm for life. I'm for you. Stay fresh looking like Ra. Somebody gonna always want to talk to you.
You need to cut that shit the fuck out. You need to cut that shit the fuck out.
You got the bean though, my guy.
Nah, I need to cut that shit out.
But nah, for real though, family, it's been a fire chat. My laptop about to die, and I got a lot of stuff to do tonight too. So I appreciate everyone for coming out and sitting here connecting with us and rapping with us. But please go ahead, check them out, cultivate.com.co, and you can really cultivate your brand, your experience, especially your spiritual life. Ashe.
Shout out to the collective. Peace. We'll see y'all again real soon. I need to get something to eat myself. I'm starving. Looking for some non-meat stuff right now. I get up.
I thought he was gonna say something. Peace.
Pause. Big pause though. Big pause. Big pause.
You said nah. So you good.
Big pause on the back end.